much as people want to say that black people don't have many rights and all that, and that I'm gonna say this, and I'm speaking for for who I'm speaking for. I feel like Latino people at large really don't have rights. They really don't. We get the shit end of the stick. Nobody gives us credit for anything. Nobody, every week, and I'm talking for all of us. I'm not just talking about Puerto Ricans. I'm talking about Mexicans. All of us are Latino, and Mexicans are targeted and just abused and all of them. I'm talking about South Americans, Central Americans, all Dominicans, everybody. We get the shit end of the stick. We don't get credit for anything. We're viewed as immigrants or people that are stealing jobs, criminals, all these things. We get blamed a lot more than we get credit. And this discussion about Puerto Ricans not being involved in the beginning of hip hop is just stupid to me. Because anybody that really knows what went on, where this came from, where it started out, which was Bronx River, knows that that's just false. Busta Rhymes said that shit too. He was in a concert doing a performance, and he.
All right, we're gonna stop it right there. We're gonna stop it right there. Well, he's false. Hip hop didn't begin. Hip hop didn't begin in Bronx River. Yes, the Zulu Nation began in Bronx River, but hip hop itself didn't begin in Bronx River. Like I said, Cool Herc. Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. Cool Herc is the godfather of hip hop. He lived on the west side of the Bronx. If anybody know the Bronx, you know what I'm saying, Sedgwick is on the west side. That's literally the last cross street right next to the Major Deacon. All right, so that's the west side of the Bronx. Bronx River is on the east side of the Bronx. Bronx River is on the east side, Bronx River Projects. Yes, that's where the Zulu Nation was founded there. You're saying not hip hop. Yes, Zulu Nation made their contribution as far as adding the knowledge, as far as the knowledge to the other four elements of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? As far as adding the knowledge and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Where unfortunately Africa been bottom. When I say unfortunately, because everybody knows the controversy with Son. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even get into that. But he's off point. Didn't start in Bronx River. He's off point on that. And far as like my so-called Hispanic people's not getting no credit and stuff like of that nature. Pawn self, y'all. Pawn self. I'm doing something real quick. Pawn self. Yeah, as far as as far as like Hispanics not getting their just due, or they always getting as he explained, getting the shit into the stick, stuff like that, or they don't never get no credit. That's false. But what he gotta understand though, it's no such thing. It's no such thing as a Hispanic race. There's no such race called Hispanic. Again, see, we gotta understand the powers that be know who all of us are. And they separate us into, well, you're African American, you're Hispanic, you're this. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand Europeans and their culture, they're separate. You had the Portuguese, the British, they separate themselves like that. You know what I'm saying? So that in turn, when they colonized other places, when they visit other places and start colonizing, and along with slavery, they did the same thing to the people who they conquered. They start dividing and separating people. So therefore, you know what I'm saying, you got so-called Hispanic brothers and sisters, the Latino community, those of the Latino community or whatever, they choose to separate themselves. They choose to separate themselves. See, you gotta understand, like what a lot of my brothers, whether you're Puerto Rican, whether you're Dominican, whether you're Ecuadorian, whether you're Mexican, whether you're from El Salvador, whether you're Brazilian, a lot of those brothers don't understand what us as so-called African Americans here in the States had to fight for. Last time I checked, last time I checked, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is what? Considered what? African American, right? Last time I checked, the only one who's from the Caribbean from the Caribbean islands that didn't see a distinction between blacks here in the States or people of color here in the States and people of color in the Caribbean was Marcus Mosiah Garvey. He's the only one. You know what I'm saying? But last time I checked, you had Marcus Mosiah Garvey, who would be considered as black, right? You had last time I checked, you had, you know what I'm saying, El Hajj Malik El Shabazz, aka Malcolm X, right? As considered what? African American. You have you know what I'm saying, you have, you know what I'm saying, Part and Self, you know what I'm saying, Part and Self. You know what I'm saying? You have Mega Evers. You know what I'm saying? You have Father Law. You know what I'm saying? Father Law, the father of our beautiful nation, nation of gods and earths. Last time I checked, he was considered what? African American. What I'm saying is, along the lines of these freedom fighters, that the few that I named, because there's plenty more, I didn't see a brother or sister who be considered as Hispanic fighting along these freedom fighters I have named. Know why? Because we are one. There is no separation. We are one. There's no separation. But the original man is the father of everybody. The original black man, original black woman is the father and mothers of everyone. Facts. That's a fact. Now, unfortunately, a lot of Hispanic brothers, so-called Hispanic, Part and Self, and sisters don't choose to fall under the black umbrella. This is just facts. I know, you know what I'm saying, I know Dominican brothers personally that I've spoken to. Dominican brothers that I've spoken to don't even consider themselves black. There's one particular brother, I ain't gonna tell you where I met him at or whatever, that's not neither here nor there, but there's one particular Dominican brother that he's a young boy. He's younger than me, young boy. And he said, yeah, man, I used to have to fight the black kids when I was in junior high school. I used to have to fight the black kids all the time. Looked on, I said, what? You used to have to fight the black kids? I said, but yo, you black. What you mean you had to fight the black kids? You black. Nah, I mean, you know black. I'm not black. Because he had a heavy accent. I said, you know black. How? I said, son, you darker than me, son. Like, and this dude was darker. I said, son, you darker than me. What are you talking about? Nah, I stuck my head. I said, stick your hand. Son, you darker than me, son. I saw your parents. Your parents is darker than my mom's and my pops. My pops is high, my biological father is high yellow. My mom's is like caramel complexion to light skin. Damn, what? When he said that, like, what? But that's an example, because a lot of Hispanic brothers don't want to fall under the umbrella of black. Ask Jennifer Lopez, does she see herself as a black woman? Ask Jennifer Lopez, does she see herself as a black woman? Does she see herself as black as Angela Bassett? Does she see herself as black as Angela Bassett? Ask Zoe Saldana, that's how you pronounce her name, Zoe Saldana. Ask her, do she consider herself a black woman? Rosie Perez, ask her, do you see yourself as a black woman? Do you fall under that category? Are you a black woman? Ask them. They'll tell you, no, I'm Latino. So you can't say, so if you separating yourself, you know what I'm saying, and the powers that be, look at okay, they separate themselves from their original self. You separating yourself from self, which is black. Black is original. That's what black means. Black is just original. So if you want to separate yourself from the original man, you're saying, well, I'm not original man, then you want to separate yourself and put yourself in a box, then that's not our problem. That's not our issue. That's what a lot of Hispanic brothers and sisters, so-called Hispanic brothers and sisters, choose to do. That's a choice. You choosing to separate yourself. So therefore, If you choosing yourself, separate yourself, then you can't be part of the African diaspora. Then how can you be part of the African diaspora if you're separating yourself? If you saying, "Well, I'm not African. I don't got African. I don't consider myself African," which a lot of them don't. Now, yes, his brother Smolito say he knows his history. That's good. I'm happy, you know. But at the same time, though, you vying for people who don't know their history by saying y'all get the shitty end of the stick. The reason why a lot of Hispanic brothers get the shitty end of the stick because you separating yourself. Particularly Mexican, definitely Mexicans would definitely don't consider themselves black at all. No African blood, nothing. And mind you, just a fun fact, it was a black man that freed them from the Spaniards and gave them Mexico. Look that up. A black man, that's right. A black man who was a general who fought against the Spaniards and made Mexico free. It was a black man. Look that up. And that's facts. That's historical facts. But a lot of them don't consider themselves with African blood in them. So is that a black person? Is that the so-called quote unquote African American? Is that our issue? Because a lot of brothers who belong to Latino community or whatever want to separate themselves. Hey, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I just feel the brother's a little off point. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be a little bit historically well learned and you'll see where the issue is and where the mistakes are coming in. And then you will see. You know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunate a lot of brothers don't take time to study and do the knowledge. You know what I mean? You take time to study, do the knowledge, you will see. Like, oh, okay, wow, all right, this is why this is happening. Or this is why this is going this way. And that's all I'm saying. So for those of y'all, I'm saying, because I ain't going to drag out this video. Like I said, those of y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got decent content. You know what I mean? I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just out there, you know what I'm saying? Because I get on YouTube or upload my videos to YouTube when I can, when it's like a topic or something coming up. Like I don't be on there like that. Just when a topic or something comes up, then I'll, you know what I'm saying, put my little 2 cents in it. All right. So just subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? I got some content up there. If y'all like it, y'all like it. Y'all don't, y'all don't. You know what I'm saying? But you know, as anything, you know what I'm saying, y'all have a great day out there. And like I said, you know what I'm saying, be positive, have positive energy towards everybody. And shout out to all of my Latino peoples. You know what I'm saying? Y'all our brothers and sisters. There's no difference. Black and Latino, black and brown is the same thing. Black and brown is the same color. It's no difference. All right? So shout out to all my Latino peoples out there. You know what I'm saying? Peace to y'all. And like I said, come into yourself. Don't separate yourself. Come into yourself. All right? Peace.